Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Real Sports Updates here. Back again with another video. So I kind of just wanted to jump into some matchups, some individual matchups, some individual position group matchups. Now that the schedule dropped, now that we know what the schedule looks like right from week to week, I kind of wanted to jump into some matchups because I think there's going to be some interesting matchups this year. Well, I know for sure there's going to be some interesting matchups. But I kind of wanted to jump into it. The first one I wanted to get into was J.C. Jackson against Davante Adams. Now, obviously the Raiders are the, division opponent, one of the division opponents of the Chargers. So this is going to be a matchup that's going to happen at least 2 times during the season. Potentially 3 times, if you want to include the playoffs. But this is going to happen at least 2 times during the season, barring any injury or suspensions or anything like that. This is going to be one of the premier matchups in the NFL. You have arguably the best wide receiver against arguably, one of, if not the best cover corner in the league. And I think this is going to be a matchup that really does, put this series, like the Raiders and Chargers, I think it's going to put this series over the top because there's going to be so much competitiveness. And there already was. But I think, you bring in 2 superstars of the caliber of J.C. Jackson, the caliber of Davante Adams, and you're going to have a really, really, really good matchup. Now, I went back and I tried to find if these guys have matched up against each other before, and I don't know for sure if they have. I can't answer that. I want to say maybe, possibly. It was 2018 the last time the Patriots played the Packers. Davante Adams was not the player that he is now, obviously. That game, he had 6 catches for like 40 yards, I think. So it wasn't a big game by any stretch. And J.C. Jackson, I believe he was a rookie. So I don't think that he was playing a whole lot. If you go down, you look it up, you look at the box score, he only had 1 tackle in that game. So I don't know if he was actually on the field a lot. He might have just been, special teams, whatever. I believe that was his rookie season. So, it's unclear what his role was, that game. But I'm trying to, I tried to look up some video as well too, but I didn't see. There's nothing that says that they went head to head against each other. So I can't say it for sure. Maybe they did, possibly they did, but I can't say it for sure. But even if they did, both these guys are not the superstar that they are now. They weren't superstars back then. So this will be an interesting matchup. And, one of the things I think that everybody needs to understand, especially with Davante Adams going to the Raiders, everybody talks about how him and Derek Carr, they are really good friends. Obviously, they played in college. They had the chemistry in college and all that stuff. And I think that means something, but I do not believe it means very much at this level. This is Derek Carr's 9th year. This is Davante Adams. What is it? His 8th. This is his 8th or 9th year too, right? I think they both left at the same time. So both of these guys have developed NFL habits, right, in their respective cities. So it's been a while since they've played together. They are not familiar with each other from a football perspective at this point in their careers. So they're going to have to reestablish that chemistry. It doesn't just, you don't just play in college and then 8-9 years later line it up again and still have the same chemistry, still do the same things. Obviously, your technique from position, whatever position you're playing, obviously it changes from college to the NFL. You've picked up more things, just being a veteran, just learning, every day in practice, every game going up against other veterans, you learn the tricks of the trade a little more. So that automatic chemistry, it might be there for them as friends, but as football players, I don't think that it is quite there yet. And I think it's going to take some time to develop, especially when you go from playing with Aaron Rodgers. And I think that's a big thing. I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about this, but going from playing with Aaron Rodgers to playing with Derek Carr in 2 totally different offenses. Davante Adams is going to be running different routes in this offense Obviously the verbiage of the play calling is going to be different. The routes are going to be different. The way that Josh McDaniels is going to want these routes run is going to be different than what he has been used to with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers over the past few years. It's going to be a different dynamic. So that automatic chemistry is just not going to be there just right off the bat. It's going to take some time. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of people are not really talking about. Derek Carr is not Aaron Rodgers. And like I said before, like I'm a Charger fan, but I am a fan of Derek Carr. I like what he's made up of. I like the intangibles and all that stuff. I like where his mentality is at. But from a talent perspective, just as an NFL quarterback, he's not Aaron Rodgers, and he's not. He's nothing close to it. He's not um, you know, a great value version or whatever. He's not close to it. His style of play differs from Aaron Rodgers. He does not make the throws that Aaron Rodgers makes. He can't move, the way that Aaron Rodgers moves in the pocket, the throwing on the run, and all that stuff. He's a completely different player. And, obviously Aaron Rodgers is, arguably the most talented thrower of the football ever, right? You can definitely argue that. You can't say that he's the best ever. That's Tom Brady. He doesn't have the accomplishments in the Super Bowls and all of that stuff. But just from a talent perspective, a guy dropping back and throwing the ball, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best, if not the best. I think he is the best thrower of the football. Now, going from the guy who I personally feel is the best thrower of the football to Derek Carr, right? That is going to take some getting used to. It's going to take some time for Davante Adams to adjust to the way that Derek Carr throws the ball. It's going to take some time for him to adjust to, like I said, just the routes, what he has to do, right? The little idiosyncrasies that Derek Carr has as a NFL quarterback, not a college quarterback, but as an NFL quarterback now. Some of the things that he learned, right? Some of the habits that he's picked up, good or bad, right? You're going to have to adjust to that as a receiver. And it's going to take some time for you to, Derek Carr, his ball looks a lot different than Aaron Rodgers' ball, right? Aaron Rodgers, he puts it right on you. Derek Carr, he doesn't have the same type of arm strength that Aaron Rodgers has. So it might take a little longer for the ball to get to him, obviously. So there's going to be things that he has to adjust, right, within his route running, within just the way that they maneuver in their offense, right? It's going to take some time to adjust to that. I think right now, J.C. Jackson has he has a clear advantage right now. And I'm not saying it's going to stay like that for the rest of the season, but as for right now, just being a corner, right, and being known as a shutdown corner or, anything close to that, right, being a great corner in the league, your job is clear, what you need to do, right? There's not a whole lot of things that you need to know or things that you need to adjust to in the offense or in whatnot. You can be a cornerback. You can sign with a new team and know exactly what to do. You can go out there and play from day one, right? You can look at your playbook and you can learn your playbook and all of that stuff. But when it comes down to it, you are going to have to prevent guys from catching the football. And it's like that in every single defense. It doesn't matter what the defensive scheme is. It doesn't matter what is going on. You're going to have to stop guys from trying to catch the football. And J.C. Jackson is one of the best in the league at doing that. So I think the advantage goes to him just based off of him being able to go out there on the field, right, when training camp starts, bam, immediately you start working on his craft. Without, the play call, whatever, he doesn't even really need to hear the play call. If he's man-to-man, all game with the best receiver on the other team, he knows what his job is. It doesn't matter what the play call is. He's got Davante. He's got, Jerry Jeudy. He's got all these guys, even in the division or whatever. He's got these guys. That's what his assignment is for the day. So, he doesn't really have to know a whole lot of different things. All he has to do is just get familiar with the verbiage of the defense, right? Get familiar with pretty much the overall scheme of what Brandon Staley wants to do and what the Chargers defense wants to accomplish. But aside from that, his job stays the same from day to day in practice, from game to game. Get the best receiver, right? Cover him, pretty much take him out of the game, and then the rest of it will work itself out. So just from that standpoint, J.C. Jackson has the advantage right now. Now, if Davante Adams and Derek Carr, if they do get on the right page and they start rolling and they're able to, you know, work out the kinks in their games and get back on the same page, then obviously, you know, obviously Davante Adams will have the edge on J.C. Jackson. But as it stands right now, and as it's going to be in Week 1 as well too, you know, you're gonna have training camp, you're gonna have preseason games that none of these guys are probably gonna play in. So, you know, Week 1 will be their first go around, right? So it's just gonna be let's go out there, let's play, and like I said, J.C. Jackson's gonna know what to do already. You know, his job is not gonna change. But the chemistry that Derek Carr, Davante Adams need to work on, that's going to be worked out as the season goes on, right? I don't think they're going to come out from Week 1 and, you know, have that same Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams type of chemistry. It's going to take a while. It is going to take a while. But just from the Week 1 matchup, I think J.C. Jackson has I think J.C. Jackson is definitely going to have the advantage. But we'll see what happens come game time. You know, I know the Chargers are going to be motivated. They're going to be motivated, especially how the season ended last year. And, you know, I'm looking forward to a good game, but all these individual matchups are things that I'm going to watch for as well, too. So I cannot wait to watch this game when it is, you know, ready to kick off September 11th. It is a 1 o'clock start time. Maybe I'll be at the game, maybe not. I don't know, but can't wait to watch it. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I'm gonna keep you know, covering some of these individual matchups, like I said, individual position group matchups as well too, for a lot of these games. So you know, we'll see what happens going forward, and you know, these are going to be really good games. Can't wait. That's why I'm talking about them now, so very excited. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you do like this content, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a like on the way out. Thank you guys for all your support, all the views, all the comments, all the engagement. I really do appreciate it. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I will see you next time.